Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and for today's video I thought I'd do something a little different and show you guys, because I've been playing this game for a bit now. I'm going to give you guys 10 different tips for beginners to get better at the game and kind of just learn the basics of how to properly play the game. So let's just get right into it. Alright guys, our first tip is kind of a very simple and easy one. Save your keys. Now this is probably the most important one out of all of them. If not, there's a couple up there still, but this is one of the most important because although it looks cool to use like all these like knife and stuff like that, saving your keys allows you to buy other weapons like sniper and shotgun, which are two of the best guns in the game to start with. If you are going to start and buy two guns, I would recommend one of those two, but they're going to help you a lot more than most guns. And burst rifle is another good example. And you could even buy like revolver or like a katana, like anything to really help you in the long term, but don't spend your keys on like an RPG, because you already start with an assault rifle, and assault rifle is honestly one of the best weapons in the game, and it's just really easy to use and all that different stuff. So there's no point in buying keys and spending it on like a crossbow, which I did my first game, when you already are using one of the best things in the game. Especially because crossbow is just a worse version of sniper at that point. The next tip, guys, is going to be practice your movement. So movement is a very big part of this game. One of the most important parts. It's one of the things you kind of just do instinctively because no one's really going to stand still, but it helps a lot to learn what can go where and like how you can use certain things like the fist double jump and the bow double jump. But even then, using your movement with like a sniper and being able to double jump with it makes you kind of amazing and hard to hit. Even if you're doing small movements, it still makes it a lot better. Now, unfortunately, I'm kind of buns, so it makes it to where you can't really see how good movement helps you, but movement definitely is the next thing I would recommend practicing as much as you can in your free time if you want to actually grow to be a good player, especially in ranked. I went into ranked without having good movement. I was standing still a lot, just hard scoping corners a lot of the time with my sniper, and a lot of the time I was messing up. So just experiment, kind of use anything you can. Satchel is a good choice to use too. I kind of just see how good you can get your movement down before you kind of go into ranked. You do have 2 weeks, I believe it is, before you can play ranked anyway, so you might as well practice and kind of just get down your movements before you start. The next tip, guys, is always warm up before your matches, like especially for ranked, by the way, because if you're not going to play ranked, it doesn't really matter, but kind of get your groove down, learn what to use and like what you're going to want to use that day and practice with, because it's really but it's really important to know what to use and how to use it all, especially before you play in ranked, and it kind of helps you warm up your aim. As you can see, my aim is horrible, but it really does help you a lot. It helps you kind of warm up your fingers, and if you're not playing on PC, it still helps you warm up your aim. So this is another really important one, especially if you're losing a game like this. You might want to put a little bit more time into practicing before and warming up, because at the end of the day, if you want to play ranked, then you're going to need crazy movement and stuff like that, because honestly, it's going to be tough to win a match if you're playing like bad. And it really does help you learn whether it's a good time to play or whether it's a bad time to play in the day. Because if you're like me, it's really different every day. Well, it just depends on how you're feeling, and this kind of helps you decide what the best route to take in your ranked matches are. The next really important one, honestly, it's not like insanely important compared to the other ones that we've went over so far, but a really good thing to get down is doing your daily quest and like your regular quest too. Because honestly, not only do your contracts give you cool stuff like gold wraps and diamond wraps and stuff like that, but it gives you a lot of keys, so you have a lot more kind of freedom, I guess you could say, to pick what you want and actually play how you want. And especially, like I said, if you're saving your keys, this helps you buy what you want really quick. So this is another really important, well, I guess not really important, but a good thing to get down. So yeah. Next thing, and this is another pretty big thing, learn your counters. So basically, you want to know what guns are good against other guns. So like the sniper, its counter is like katana, which is a really, really good counter to know, especially in ranked. There's so many other counters, like, for example, there's, I don't know, Riot Shield. Riot Shield is a really annoying thing I go against, and Exogun and Spray. Where is it? Spray. Spray is another really good weapon as well to know, and just kind of know what can get around what. Flare gun is another good way to get around Riot Shield and Katana. Medkit is a really annoying thing to go against, but if you're using something like energy pistols or Uzi, they're both really good options to deal with since they shoot fast and have a pretty decent amount of ammo, especially in energy pistols case. And even the assault rifle has a counter, burst rifle. Since it has a higher DPS than the assault rifle, it's technically a counter. So if someone goes up with an assault rifle and you're better at using a burst rifle than they are, you'll probably end up winning that 1v1 just because of its insane amount of damage. But yeah. Next thing to know is kind of have a beginner loadout. So what you kind of want to start with in your ranked games and your regular games, kind of get down what you want to use. I don't have too much of a starter loadout, but I would recommend getting one, especially because although I don't have a set loadout that I start with, I primarily start with some lag. I primarily start with either slingshot or energy pistols, and then literally just sniper, knife, and warhorn. And these kind of are what I just think are what I'm best with, and it really helps a lot to know what you're good with and what you're bad with, because then you can kind of lean on what you're better with than what you're bad with. So like what I'm saying is, the better you are with other weapons, the better you'll play against other people, because you can kind of use it as a crutch and be able to use like other weapons that you haven't got as much time with. So like here, I'll show you guys an example real quick. So I don't use crossbow a lot. It was the first weapon I bought, but I use the rest of these weapons an insane amount. So it kind of allows me to scope in, kind of just get what I can use it with, kind of practice with it. And if I don't think I'm going to do too well with it, I can lean onto my slingshot or my exogun or even my knife to get them low or just kill them outright. Some horrible lag. And then if I really want, I can start practicing again if I feel more confident, and then it can kind of help me practice with other weapons and get them down a lot better. Another example is I'm kind of bad with daggers. I don't use daggers a lot, but I use sniper and this stuff, and this kind of shows you, even with one-shot weapons, it kind of lets you practice with what you want to use, like how I want to use daggers right here. And now, I don't use daggers, but even if I don't kill that guy, I can lean onto my sniper or my knife and still win the round if I think I'm going to lose. Now, I still will be at a disadvantage, but it'll make it to where I could actually still win the game. The next tip I have for you guys, it might seem like a little weird to say, but just learn techs or like techniques to use. So like learning how to use trip mine jumps, learning how to use chainsaw for a dash. Another example is bow, daggers, and like double jump weapons. Learning how to use those help you a lot. This guy's kind of destroying me here, but you can see how he's using a tech right now as well. Now, I think the best way to play is making your own techs, but if you can't think of anything, if you think you're struggling in games, or you want to kind of get ahead without having to put in all the extra work to like think up your own techs, go ahead and look up videos. There's plenty of people that like are incredible, and if you want, you know, I'll even leave some people in the chat or in the description that you can go to and learn techs from. But like, there's so many different ways you could play the game, and learning technique is not an incredibly important part of the game, but it helps a lot when you're playing, like especially in ranked. You being able to outsmart your opponent with like this guy is doing, the bounce pad jump that he's doing, he's destroying me. Now, I'm not gonna say I'm an incredible player, but I'm plat, which isn't the lowest rank. Like, I'm better than a bronze. So, I go up against a lot of hackers, so that kind of keeps me down in the ranks. But even then, this guy is like crazy using this, and don't be scared. Go into regular matches and kind of experiment. Like rocket launcher has a cool thing where you can jump with it, kind of mix stuff together and just feel how you think you should play the game. Because at the end of the day, it's how you want to play the game and what you think you can do to be better and beat other people. So yeah. Alright guys, another important tip for ranked in particular, like this only works in ranked, I guess you could say, wait for you to see what other people are banning. Cause if you like just wait and see what they're banning, you can kind of have a plan. So like against this guy, he banned assault rifle and burst, so I can tell he's probably gonna do something no skill if he's banning two pretty decently skilled weapons. So I was able to prepare with my slingshot and kind of think about what he could be doing. Now, I wasn't expecting trowel, because trowel's a little bad, but honestly, it was it really does help to know what other people are going to use, and kind of know what you can't use, and then think about, like, because if I go out of the gate and just ban, like, immediately, say because I use sniper a lot, say I ban katana and riot shield, because I also backstab a lot, they could assume, oh wait, this guy's probably gonna use sniper because he banned katana, and he's probably gonna try and backstab me because he banned riot shield. And that could give them the idea of banning those two weapons, which could really mess you up in ranked games. Like, there's been so many games that I should have won because the players are bad, and lost because I can't use the particular weapons I want to use. And it kind of helps a lot to just kind of universally learn the weapons, but mostly just kind of wait for them. Don't wait an insane amount of time, but wait to see what they're gonna ban. Because if you wait, that means you know what they're gonna use. Alright guys, for my next tip, it's gonna be make sure you know all the routes in every map and kind of know what goes well with each thing. Because you knowing each route helps you a lot in the long run. Although it might seem really basic to know every single map, and it might seem like common sense, it helps a lot to know where you can jump from and kind of good routes to get around the entire map as fast as you can. Especially if you want to become a knife player like me. Because map knowledge is probably the most important part for learning how to knife. Personally, I'm not the most insane player, but all my skill does come from knowing how to go from where and what to do after I get to certain areas. I kind of just be able to read the situation. Like, see, that guy just fell off the map. You can't be having that during your ranked matches, guys. And my final tip for you guys in the video is honestly, just have fun. Make sure you're enjoying yourself while playing the game. Don't, like, get angry at the game. Like, it's just a game. And honestly, getting angry just makes you play a lot worse. Don't ever be doubting yourself in games or anything like that, because the end goal is to be able to play as well as you can and have fun. And having fun is literally the most important rule in this game that I can think of. Because if you're not having fun, then you're not going to play properly, and if you're not playing properly, then what's the point of playing at all and getting good? The more fun you have, the more you'll want to play, and the better you'll end up playing. So honestly, that's literally my final tip. Just have fun, and make sure you're not getting angry at something that's just a game.